Ava, welcome to Friends of Kayla. It's great to have you here, and it's so great to meet you.
I'm honored.
I'm really excited since I am a new Miami resident, and we'll be able to see your ballot this year on November 4th. Really exciting. This is my first year voting in Miami.
I'm so happy for you.
So yeah, it's a Florida girly now. But yeah, ever since moving to Miami, definitely been trying to deepen my connection to our community. So it's also very exciting to see a young Jewish girl on the ballot. I think for me, that's a first. I'm sure for many, that's a first, given how young you are. I think you're 28, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're younger than me, but super relatable. I actually didn't even know who you were a few weeks ago, and then you've been going viral on social media. So, and now we're here. So very, very excited for you to be here, and would love for you to share a little bit about yourself.
Thank you. Yeah, so I'm Ava. This is our first time meeting, so I guess I'll just kind of give you my
give me your spiel.
My spiel. Yeah. I'm born and raised in Miami Beach. I don't know, like, what do I say?
No, you got it, girl. Anything. And we can go as far back as you want to go.
Yeah, like, do I start from the time I was born?
Like, I was born on...
I was born...
on this day in this hospital in Miami Beach, Florida.
I was born on June 23rd, 1997 at Mount Sinai Hospital in Miami Beach.
Wow, she's a real Miami Beacher, everyone. PSA. She's not lying.
Yes, not lying.
We need a credible source.
I was bat mitzvahed in Miami Beach.
Okay.
Which was a fun little fact.
Fun fact.
I had little dancers at my bat mitzvah too, which was very Miami of me.
Like flamingo dancers?
Yeah.
Oh, actually. I was like, maybe that's not real, but...
No, yeah, like
some of the Latin culture.
Like, yeah.
I love that. Is very Miami.
Yes. And then... I don't know. I'm just like a girly. I'm just a girly.
Just a girl.
I'm just a girl. I'm just a girly who was tired of watching our city kind of go downhill. And I mean, I feel like Miami Beach has so much potential. And I've never been the type of person that can sit on the sidelines and watch something that I love not get treated the way that I want it to be treated. So I just decided, let me just run. So here I am.
I mean, good for you. It takes a lot of chutzpah to do that. Speaking of our Jewish background, we're going to have to loop that in there. Mm-hmm. So can you share a little bit more about your background? Because of course, when I hear, first of all, you're running for Miami Beach Commissioner.
Yes.
Can you explain to those of us who may not know what that really entails, what that even means?
Okay. So the Miami Beach city government is made up of one mayor and 6 commissioners. And all of us represent, I'm like all of us, as if I'm already there. All of us represent the same city. Like, we don't have districts. It's just all of Miami Beach. And so the mayor puts things on the agenda, but then the commission are the ones who vote on things. So we get to talk about things, we get to vote on things, and in order for anything to get passed, it needs majority vote. So really, we're representing your interests in anything that's going to happen in the city.
Do you have any sort of political experience? Do commissioners typically need political background? What does that really look like?
It's so funny that you ask that, because I feel like because I'm the youngest candidate, everyone else is in their 40s and there's one that's 39.
Okay.
So I'm 28. I'm the youngest by far. And I feel like everyone looks at me, singles me out, and they're like, what's your background? Why are you qualified to be here? What value do you add? And I'm like, do you ask the older people the same questions? No.
No.
You don't. Yeah, it's ageism.
It is.
There's so many isms nowadays.
A lot of isms, and that's just one of many that we will, I'm sure, get into.
Yeah, that's just one of many. But I've never been in politics before. I've been interested in it, of course. I've always been educated on it. I've kind of followed along lightly and sometimes more intensely, just depending on the matter. But I've always been very opinionated. I've always been very independent. So I'm not really partisan. I'm registered as an independent. I feel like on any issue, I just pick kind of my viewpoint on it, and I don't really pay attention to what the sides are saying. I'm just okay, this is what I think is right, and then that's what I go with.
So not necessarily leaning towards one political party or another.
Yeah.
Okay. Is anyone in your family part of the political realm in the city of Miami?
Well, my mom actually ran for mayor before.
Okay.
Yes.
So you have it in the blood.
Yeah, so she kind of inspired me a little bit because she did it. So I was like, okay, well, if she did it, I could do it.
Totally.
Yeah. She didn't win, but like she still ran.
Yeah, I mean, it's to be a part of like running a political campaign is it's huge and a huge accomplishment, even if you just run and don't win. So like it's such a great experience. What is your background though? I know you like studied something in like systems.
Yes.
What exactly is that?
Okay, so I got a $96,000 scholarship to study systems engineering at SMU, which is Southern Methodist University.
As a nice Jewish girl going to SMU.
I know, a nice Jewish girl went to SMU.
Jews at SMU though.
There
I do
are
know
a lot
many,
of Jews.
yeah, that have gone there. The irony, but it is.
I know. We had like Shabbats. There were a lot of Jews. There were salesmen there. There were a bunch of
great. I love
buyers.
We're everywhere. That's the thing. Like, it doesn't matter.
And what's funny too is like the name is SMU, but it's actually not a religiously affiliated school. Like they don't force you to take any classes in
Methodism.
Yeah.
Is that a word?
I don't know.
We'll have to find out after.
This is
ChatGPT.
That's how little they made us be educated on it. But yeah, they gave me a scholarship, and I was like, why would I go anywhere else if I'm getting almost $100,000 to go study here?
That's amazing.
It's like,
yeah. That's a no-brainer.
Yeah. So I got a scholarship and I studied there systems engineering, which is all about optimizing efficiency in systems. So like the drainage, which is very popular here in Miami,
Yes.
is a system. The line at Starbucks is a system, TSA, all of that. So anything that is like a queue, anything that has to do with efficiency is a system.
Okay.
So it's all about maximizing efficiency.
So that's, yeah, I mean, I feel like when you're now running for commissioner, that is a very relatable career experience.
Yes.
To bring to the table. So for people to ask you, I guess, and like me, what's your political background? It's not necessarily something you need to be successful in this role.
Yeah, and I feel like there are so many people who are politicians that are great politicians that never had a political background.
Right.
And some of the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. And yeah, speaking of like systems, now that I'm like new to Miami, we see there's, first of all, insane traffic.
Yes.
Parking is an issue. The flooding, we're afraid that Miami's about to go underwater in 20 years. So when we're thinking about all of these like issues at hand, I can't speak to like Miami Beach specifically since I don't live on the beach, but I'd love to hear from you as someone that grew up on Miami Beach and has seen it in, its many decades. What kind of inspired you, like out of the few issues that resonate with you the most, to put your name on the ballot?
The flooding and drainage, for sure. And like the quality of our streets. There's so many potholes, so many like crazy humps that are just not supposed to be there. And it's all because of, I don't know, I feel like people don't really pay attention and take care of our city. Like our city really is a tourist destination and people happen to live there and it happens to be an amazing place to live, but it is a tourist destination and we have almost $1 billion budget annually. And I think when you have $1 billion budget with 80,000 residents, I think everything should be pristine. Like our streets should be pristine, our schools should be pristine, crime should be very, very low.
So where's all that money going?
That's what I would love to know. That's also like maximizing efficiency of what we're spending.
Yeah.
I would love to know where the money's going. In fact, our commission can't even see where the money's going, which is like a major red flag
into that.
They don't have visibility. They know they know that like $5 million is going to this department, but they don't know line by line what that department is spending it on. So they don't know if like that department is spending $4 million on employees and $1 million on office expenditures, or like $1 million on employees and $4 million on pencils. And then if they're spending $4 million on pencils, you're like, what pencils are you buying?
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. There's zero visibility. That's a little concerning.
Yep.
Now being a driver in Miami, first and foremost, like driving here is insanity. So to have all, like you said, like the potholes, the streets, just the roads not being like safe to drive on is probably making it a lot more dangerous than it really could be.
I mean, when I'm driving, I'll literally like see a massive hole in the road on Alton Road, which is like basically our main road.
Yeah.
Yeah. and I'll like skirt out of the road and then skirt back in. I'm like, wait, if there was a biker next to me or someone walking or like, I don't know, it's just not safe.
No, it's not safe.
And also what you were saying about the traffic, like just when I was driving here, I think my GPS said 6:23, which is my birthday. It was like 6:23 estimated arrival, and I got
perfect,
here.
meant to be.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, Bashir. But then I got here, I think like 6:31, and it was because the bridge was up.
Freaking bridge, the Brickell Bridge.
But that happens in Miami Beach too, and like me, my efficiency brain, I'm like, why are bridges even going up during rush hour?
Yeah.
Like 6 p.m., that's rush hour.
It's a major issue. And that's something like we think about as like I say we as in the people come from New York and end up moving down to Miami is, you know, now that I'm here and I'm hearing ripplings of people in New York being afraid of like their upcoming mayoral election, which I'm sure you've heard a lot about. People are threatening that, you know, if this man gets elected, they're going to move down to Miami. And I'm like, no. I know I just moved here from New York City, but please don't come. We don't have room for you. There are all these huge buildings going up, but the roads can't support
I know.
this many people.
I know.
So how do we fix that?
I have no idea, honestly. I mean, I don't know why we're building so many buildings. I feel like there's so many existing buildings that are a little bit empty. And I think I would love to see people invest into revitalizing what we have rather than feeling the need to build everything from scratch, because I feel like it becomes a little bit wasteful, and then also it clutters our streets.
Yeah, totally. Wait, so going off of that, I think I was, you know, doing my research on you, and you are a real estate professional, you're a realtor. So when it comes to like the infrastructure of Miami, maybe it's like commercial or just like residential buildings, you know, we all want to make sure we can live here like affordably. So how would you use your role if you were to become one of the commissioners to keep Miami Beach affordable?
That's a great question. So there's a few things going on right now that I think are problems in Miami Beach. So I don't know if you know this, but a few years ago, a building collapsed.
In Surfside?
Yeah, in Surfside.
Yeah.
And since then, it was a total tragedy. And since then, there's all these new restrictions on buildings, or maybe restriction isn't the word. Like, there's new rules for buildings that they have to go through, like 40-year recertification, and really be very strict on the state of their concrete, the state of their foundation. And that costs those residents in those older buildings a lot of money, because it costs like their assessments. So when a building receives an assessment, it's basically like, okay, we need to do XYZ repairs, and the residents have to pay for it.
Right.
Yeah, and typically the people that are living in these older buildings are older residents, and they bought their units for super cheap back in the day.
Yeah.
And now they're stuck with these massive assessments that sometimes even outweigh the cost of what they could potentially sell their unit for in certain cases. So it's like really, really crazy for those types of people. But I don't know, like Miami Beach, we have certain zoning laws that allows new construction to build up to a certain height. And I've thought that if we're going to do height increases, which people have asked us for, like there's 5 Park, which received a massive height increase. That's the tallest building in Miami Beach, and it's still not completely sold out. And then there's 1250 West, which just got approved for a height increase. But I think if they're going to do a height increase and get, you know, kind of like skirt around the rules, then they should help those neighboring buildings that have the older residents that need to pay for their assessments. I think that they should help pay for those assessments, because it's like, if you're going to build something in that neighborhood, you should help take care of the neighborhood. Yeah. It's like helping your neighbors.
Yeah, help each other.
Yeah. So I think that that's one thing. Another thing is there are like 5,000 units in South Beach that are currently zoned for short-term rentals, but then our hotels are kind of suffering. So I think that if we changed the zoning for those units that are short-term rentals to be more like full-time residents, then that would allow a lot of new supply to come onto the market without having to build anything. And then, of course, when there's high supply and demand stays stable, then the price goes down.
Right.
So if there was all those apartments available, the price would naturally go down.
Yeah.
So I think that there's just like little things that we can do here and there that could help.
Yeah, and what about, again, with like the influx of people coming down, we talked about the traffic, we've talked about the roads and things like not being as safe as they could be. What about parking? Like, I know you have, you've spoken about a Miami Rewards app, I think.
Yes.
Is that geared toward just parking, or are there other aspects of that app as well?
So the Rewards app is basically inspired by Bell Harbor shops. Okay. Have you been to Bell Harbor?
Yeah, only once actually. But yes, it's really beautiful there.
Yeah. So they have an app there that I only downloaded it because if you download the app, you get free valet. So I was like, oh, heck yeah. I want free valet.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Who doesn't? Yeah.
I was like, why would I pay?
Valet in Miami's like $30, maybe more. Yeah.
I was like, why would I pay for self-parking if I could get free valet and not have to pay anything? Of course I'm downloading the app.
Yeah.
But then I'm looking at this app and it's like, you connect your credit card and then as you spend in Bell Harbor shops on the credit card, it just automatically tells you how much you've spent in Bell Harbor shops. You don't have to like record your receipts. You don't have to do anything. It just tells you. So I was like, wait, that's kind of genius. What if we had this in the whole Miami Beach and you connected your credit card and it tracked how much you were spending? And then as you spend more, you can get rewards. So just one of the little rewards that I was thinking is like free parking. But then another reward, like if you're a really big spender, you could get property tax credits, or you could get a free beach day at one of our hotels, incentivizing people to go enjoy our hospitality. Someone who might not normally go rent a beach chair at Satai or Faena or W, they could go get one for free because they support our local businesses so much.
I love that. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've also heard you speaking a lot about like I think you gave an example. I was listening to a podcast you did recently about Cheesecake Factory. You're like, why the heck is Cheesecake Factory on the beach? Like, no one wants to go there. Why you gotta fight with me at cheesecake? I love to go there. Although Drake likes to go there, but that's okay. But no, I think about this a lot. Like, there are all these, name brand restaurants, whether it's in Miami Beach, in my area in Brickell, and other parts of Miami. There are not a lot of mom and pop shops in general throughout this whole city. So yeah, what are you hoping to do to change that?
It's actually really sad. So Lincoln Road, when I was growing up, was like the coolest place to be. It was all like little mom and pop stores, little one-off restaurants that were just the coolest ever. And everyone loved to go there. Everyone loved supporting those businesses. And they were so much fun. There was Van Dyke, there was Books and Books. There was this amazing restaurant called Pasha. There was Daraku, like so many great spots. And throughout the years, Miami Beach has just gotten crazy with the red tape.
So rent's just too expensive for these businesses to support.
Yeah, well, rent is expensive. But then on top of it, it takes like at least 3 months to get a permit. So that means that business that wants to open has to wait 3 months while paying rent to open their doors. Yeah, which is ridiculous because we're 2025. AI can make a video of like crazy things and we can't figure out how to get our permits processed to be faster. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So there's that. And then also we have rules like on Lincoln Road, which is our number one commercial corridor of Miami Beach. There's no residences on Lincoln Road. It's all just commercial property. Yet those restaurants are not allowed to play live music. They can blast music, but it just has to be from a playlist. And I'm like, why do we need to be so strict with those rules? Like, what does it matter if they're blasting music anyway?
What's the difference?
Yeah, why not let them have a jazz band or let them have a DJ? Like, let them play what they want to play.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Do you know the logic behind that?
It's actually because they wanted to curb spring breakers. So instead of punishing the spring breakers, they punished the businesses.
Oh, that's so unfortunate.
Yeah, it's awful. So it's like, why would a business, if you had an amazing restaurant concept that you're putting your heart and soul into, why would you come to Miami Beach, Lincoln Road, pay super high rent, not be able to open for minimum 3 months.
Yeah.
And then also not even be able to have live music or a DJ. Like, you wouldn't.
No. It's like, what's the experience?
Exactly.
I got it. No, that's a problem. That's a big problem.
It's a big problem. And then we all complain, oh, why is Lincoln Road so empty? Well, it's because of the rules that we have.
Yeah, and I just feel like Lincoln Road in general, it is super touristy now in terms of like the more commercial restaurants. Like, it just feels, it doesn't feel authentic Miami anymore. Not that I know what that ever felt like, but I think from just like, you know, movies in the 90s of what you would see on Lincoln Road, it just looks very different.
Yeah, and the only ones who can afford to go through that whole process are the big brands.
Exactly. They're the only ones that can actually afford the rent. Yeah,
and holding their stores shut for months on end.
Yeah.
Because they have billion-dollar budgets.
Yeah, no, that would make Miami totally a different place if we could have these like mom and pop shops.
1,000%.
It'd be amazing. Even not just in Miami Beach, in other parts of the city too. So making that affordable. Ava, if you could do that, the people would love you, because it does get boring. It's like, we don't want to keep going to like Maman. We don't want to keep going to Negroni. Like, they're popping up everywhere. They're great, but like, can we have some more authentic places that maybe bring in like some of the Latin culture of the city, the Jewish culture? Like, let's make it multicultural. It doesn't really feel that.
I know.
From the businesses.
Yeah. And it used to feel that way.
Yeah, we got to bring Miami back to its roots.
Yes. And its roots is creativity, innovation, not following the rules, thinking outside the box. Like, that's how we got on the map.
Yeah.
It's not because we were strangling our businesses with red tape and being boring.
I guess like COVID, like from the spring breakers, I'm sure a lot of that has impacted like these regulations, right? Because I know that they were really pushing people out of here.
Yeah.
That the COVID just had a big impact on the country in so many different ways, but especially in Florida. So I guess like beyond, you know, those policies and the fresh perspectives, I mean, I love to hear like the unique ideas that you have for Miami and what you could bring to the city. What has it felt like to, again, be 28, not to get back to your age, but like, it is such an accomplishment that you are running at such a young age. What has it been like to run for office? Like, can you just share a little bit more about like your day to day and the experience?
You know, it's so funny because I've had the idea to run for like 2 years. It's kind of been in the back of my head. But you know how sometimes you have those things that are in the back of your head and then you kind of are just like, meh, I'm not going to do that. Like, that's crazy. Can't do that. Like, I'm too young. I'm too this, whatever. And then one day I had the idea again. And I knew that it was elections were coming up. So I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to do it. So I just got in my car. I didn't even think through it. I just went to City Hall and filed my paperwork to run. And after I filed my paperwork, I was like, there's no turning back now, because what's done is done.
And when was that? How soon or how like recent was that?
That was August 4th.
Oh, that was really recent.
Yeah.
Wow. So yeah, it's so impressive that you really got like your social media strategy together. Can you walk me through like what that looked like? Because what you're doing is incredible and it's so relatable to the people like us who are on social media and seeing things from a new lens and making politics look fun again and look engaging. Like, you've been really successful at that.
I mean, I honestly, like, I hate the negativity that I feel like consumes this world. Not all the time, but like, there are big pockets of negativity in the world, especially around politics.
Yeah.
And I wanted to make politics really fun. I wanted to show people that you can be serious while having fun. You can have a fun campaign while also sharing good ideas. It doesn't have to be so black and white, this or that. Like, I feel like right now everyone wants to really put everyone into a box. Like, they want to categorize you.
Labels.
Yes, they want to slap a label on you. Like, what are you? Are you fun or are you serious? It's like, babe, I'm both.
I'm both. I can be both.
Yeah.
I can be serious, but I can be fun.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I think Miami Beach can be fun and serious. Like, I think for a little bit, we've been trying to be too serious. And that's why our economic activity is down $100 million year over year. Because we tried to be too serious and we forgot that we can be fun too. But back to your question. So it's been really fun running, honestly. Like, I love it. I've been able to meet so many people from the start. I went into it with the mindset that I really just wanted to share my ideas and share my perspective and show that we don't always need to do everything the same way in order to be effective, that we can do things differently and still be powerful. So, but I also knew that I'm very young, that I'm not a career politician. So I realized, okay, I probably need to get the younger generation involved. So immediately, like the first day that I started running, I started TikTok, and it was just Ava Loves Miami Beach. And I just started posting on TikTok every single day, just like little videos here and there.
Yeah.
Of just like me talking to the camera, nothing special, just me rambling off my mind. And then I started sharing some of those also to Instagram. And then as we got closer and closer to the election, I started making like more fun, well-produced videos as well. Yeah. And some of those have gotten a lot of attention, which I'm super grateful for, because I was praying. I was like, please let my videos pop off before the election. Like, don't do me dirty and pop it off after. I was like, do it before.
Girl, they've been popping off. We've been seeing the videos. The content's incredible.
Thank you.
I'm like, who is your social media person? Because I would love to hire them. You're doing it all yourself?
Yes.
What do you mean?
Like, I script my videos. I basically direct them. I edit them.
You edit them? I'm very impressed. It looks fully, I mean, not to say you're not professional, but like fully, I thought you had a full team behind.
No. I have like the lowest budget campaign out of anyone that I'm running against. Everyone else has hundreds of thousands. Not everyone, but like everyone has at least 40,000, 50,000, and some have hundreds of thousands of dollars in campaign budget, which I'm like, that's baffling, because we're just like 80,000 little humans living in Miami Beach. Why do you need like hundreds of thousands of dollars of budget for a commission campaign?
Also, it's incredible too, because the amount of reach you've gotten just on social from being the lowest budget candidate is incredible.
I know.
That's insane.
And I mean, I think I'm good at spending money. Like, I think I'm a wise spender.
You're smart. Yeah, you're good with your money, girlfriend.
Yeah, I'm good with my money. I learned from my parents.
It also looks expensive. Like, it looks so...
I know.
Curated and well done. So, like, you're fooling all of us. That's very Miami of you, Ava. You know?
Thank you.
If people in Miami, you know, they look like they have all this money, but they actually don't.
I know. And the girlies in Miami are really good at getting a big bang for their buck.
For their buck, yes. That's exactly what you're doing.
You have the best night ever, and all it costs you was your $20 Uber.
Exactly. You're like, you got the men to pay for it. They got the table. Perfect. Had the best night of my life.
Yeah. But all I do is just pay for my videographer, which is like $400 each time I video. And sometimes I do multiple videos in the same session. And then I just edit it
yourself. Wow. No, I'm really, really impressed.
And I don't pay to promote it on social. It's all just
all organic.
Yeah, all organic.
It's impressive. That's amazing. I think like it goes to show the power of social media, which in this generation, like for our generation, you're more of a Gen Z, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh wow. This is so weird. I'm a millennial. I'm on the cusp. Gen Z is a totally different beast.
I really didn't know that I was Gen Z, honestly, until like last week.
You're also on the cusp since we're like a year apart. But Gen Z to me is just like, wow, you guys just do everything so differently. Like the lingo. I'm still starting to learn some of like the Gen Z lingo.
It changes all the time.
It's always changing. But getting back to my point was that you're clearly reaching a huge audience that is probably not voting or hasn't voted in the past. So hopefully, number one, we're getting younger people to vote. But my second question is, Miami Beach, I don't know what the demographics looks like, but I would imagine majority of the folks on Miami Beach that are able to vote are, you know, let's say 35, 40 plus. How do you reach like those people and connect with those people that maybe aren't on social media?
Yeah. So I hold my sign up literally in the streets during rush hour, like 8 a.m. or during the PM times. Like I'll go in the middle of Alton Road or on 41st Street and just hold up my sign and wave at people.
Wow.
So that's like my one little organic thing that I do. I also do it on 71st Street too. And then I have billboards that I got. I have commercials going on TV.
Okay, good for you.
I have emails going. So I email everyone. I have like all their data. I've sent postcards, but I haven't done as many postcards because they're actually really expensive. And I feel like for me personally, like I throw away the postcards whenever I receive them. So I don't know.
Have you been knocking on doors?
I did that a little bit. It was so hot when I was doing it.
So yeah, in August.
Yeah, it was so...
when you first started.
It was so hot. And also I felt like knocking on the doors, I could really only talk to like 4 people an hour. I was like, I don't know if this is the most efficient...
Talk about systems.
Efficiency.
You gotta think about efficiency.
I'm like, I don't know if this is the most efficient way to spend my time.
Yeah.
So sometimes like I'll go to a yoga class and I'll catch people on their way out and I'll give them my little flyer and I'll go around and give people my flyers. There's debates all the time. Candidate debates and forums.
Right.
So I've spoken probably at like 10 or 12 of them by now. And it's getting very repetitive. I'm like, okay, let's wrap this up.
You're like, well, soon you'll be done. How many more debates will you participate in? Okay.
There's one more.
Okay.
But it's just like meeting people. I've called people, like cold called them. I have mass texts going out.
Smart.
Yeah. So it's kind of just like a little bit of everything. The Facebook group of Miami Beach community pops off.
Okay. And that might reach the people that you're not getting on social media.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those people are more like the older generations that are just trolling
They're loving Facebook. Yeah. Exactly.
So
okay.
I connect with them there. I'm kind of like everywhere.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. Are your parents just absolutely so proud and excited for you? I'm sure they're also advocating for you too.
I think so. I don't know. I think so.
What?
I don't know. They're
sure.
both like so in their own worlds that I'm kind of just like doing my thing.
Okay, well, good for you. It's working.
Yeah. I think that they're really proud.
I'm sure they're very proud. So, given like how much attention you've gotten on social media, I think a lot of it seems really energetic and positive given like the content you're putting out there is along the same lines. Mm-hmm. But you're obviously a Jewish young woman. Mm-hmm. So what's it been like, because you loud and proud wear your Megan David in a lot of videos and a lot of the content that you're posting. What's it been like to be a Jewish candidate?
It's very interesting, honestly. At first.
And was that a concern for you when you were running?
I didn't even think about it. Like, I didn't think about, growing up in Miami Beach.
It's a bubble.
It's a bubble. Like, I never realized the anti-Semitism that exists in the world growing up, because growing up, everyone
was Jewish here.
Everyone was Jewish.
Yeah.
Like, literally, I think 60% of my friends were Jews. So I was like, oh, this is totally normal. Like, everyone's doing Shabbat on Friday. Everyone's going to shul. Everyone's celebrating the high holidays. Like, everyone's doing Hanukkah. Like, this is normal.
Yeah, plot twist.
Yeah.
The rest of America is not doing that.
Yeah, they're not.
Yeah.
So some of my videos that have gone more viral to, like, there was one video that has close to 1 million views just on Instagram. And that one, I got like a lot of unsettling comments and I was shocked. I was like, wait. And I wasn't even wearing a Jewish star in that video.
So they just were, they were that based off of your name?
Yeah, they were just judging me based off my name. They were like immediately slapping the labels. She's a Zionist. She's a Jew. They were like, how do you feel about Palestine? And I answered, I said, I just want love and peace in the whole world. Because, like, what am I supposed to say? Like, these people that are asking me, how do you feel about Palestine? Like, I know why they're asking me that.
Yeah. But this has nothing to do with Miami Beach.
Yeah, it has nothing to do. But, like, so many people were asking and asking and asking. And then they're, like, bullying me. They're being like, just say free Palestine. Like, just say the words free Palestine. I'm like, why are you fighting with, like, why are you, like, attacking me?
To get on this cause that, like, people are, because they want to label you.
No, it's shocking. Yeah. They want to have, like, fuel to fight. They want me to add fuel to their fire. And, like, I'm not going to do that. And I really, like, you're right. My campaign has been so positive. Like, I was actually laughing about it today because I was sitting at City Hall while people were going to vote. And, like, there were some candidates that are, like, fully fighting with each other. Like, in my group, they were fighting with each other. They were calling the police on each other.
Oh, my gosh.
I was
crazy out here in Miami.
I know, and I was just sitting with like the little lizard that I made friends with. I'm just there, like
Making peace with the lizard.
Yeah, I'm just peaceful in the corner, like giving like little drops of water to my lizard because I'm like, oh, are you dehydrated?
It's a little hot out here.
I'm like, I don't know where there's water around here. Like, here's some for you. I'm like, they're yelling at each other, and I'm like cold calling random people, and I'm like walking away so that I could not have the yelling in the background. And I'm like, what is going on? But
oh my God, the chaos.
yeah, I feel like my campaign has been like so positive. I'm really trying not to engage in any negativity.
Yeah.
But like it does become frustrating, especially when people are attacking me for things that I can't control. Like imagine, and I was thinking about this, and I feel safe to say this on your podcast, but like people commenting at me like, she's a Jew, she's a Zionist, like all this stuff. Like, are you funded by AIPAC? I didn't even know what that was. I had to Google what's
APAC.
yeah, I was like, what is that? I was like, I don't even know what they're talking about right now. Like, I'm a first-time politician.
I'm just a girl here.
Yeah,
please.
I'm just a girl trying to help Miami Beach be better. Like,
I don't about even
AIPAC.
anything to do with Israel or Palestine or Zionism. Like,
yeah, like I'm literally just like a girly that just wants peace and love in this world.
Yeah,
and people are like, oh, but. Yeah, the comments really got really frustrating. And I think I said it. I have like a life coach that's kind of in my head like a therapist, but rather than focusing on our problems, we focus on like positivity.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So I was talking about it with my life coach, like, and with ChatGPT, because ChatGPT is my therapist.
Second life coach on the side when real life coach is not available.
Yeah, when I don't have a session, I'm like, I really need to spiral right now. I'm like,
Chat's the best for every cause in life, every purpose.
But like, imagine, like, obviously you can't see on my skin that I'm Jewish, and you can't tell with like the shape of my eyes that I'm Jewish.
Yeah.
Like you would as like if you're Asian, like usually you can tell through their eye shape and like their hair, and with African Americans, like you can tell through their skin color, and like Hispanics, you can tell through their skin color. Like Jews, we don't really have
an identifying
physical component.
Unless you were super religious and have, right.
Yeah, of course.
Right.
But like, I feel like I personally don't look like, oh, she's definitely Jewish. Like, you're not going to look at me on the street and be like, she is a Jew for sure. Like, no. I don't look like super, super Jewish. I don't know how. But my parents would always like,
hey, you have a tiny little nose.
I know. They would always look at my nose growing up, and they were like, when's your nose coming?
No, but you're like, it's not there.
Yeah, and I was like, is it coming? It's like, when's it coming? And it like never came.
It never came. Well, you're blessed, honey.
It never
came.
You
are blessed.
But like people commenting she's a Jew, like they would never comment that on like a black person's thing, being like she's black. Like, what the fuck does it matter?
You're absolutely right. Yeah.
What does it matter?
It's for some reason when it comes to being a Jew and being Jewish, it's a different standard.
Honestly, no one would even comment it on like a Muslim person's post. No one would say they're Muslim. How do you feel about Israel? I don't know. Like,
I mean, I think they would. Like, there's so much Islamophobia out there.
There
as well.
is?
Totally. I think we don't see that as Jews because like we're blinded by like the anti-Semitism, which like rightfully so. That's like our own echo chamber we're living in. But there is certainly a ton of Islamophobia. But majority of the hate crimes in the last year were, I think 70% of them were towards Jewish people.
It's just like so sad. Like, why? And you know what? Actually, I was thinking about it. I think everyone wants like love in this world.
Yeah,
like that's the ultimate goal is to have everyone like love each other. But I think the way to get to love is just to like accept each other for who they are and not be so quick to put like identifying characteristics on someone. Like, the reason I'm an independent is because if I were registered as a Democrat or a conservative, people would think, or a Republican, people would think in 2.2 seconds. Like, if I tell them that I'm a Democrat or that I'm a Republican, they would be like, okay, so you're this, and this. Right. It's like, why do we feel the need to make so many assumptions about what someone is just based off of one tiny little characteristic?
Right.
Like, off their party, off their religion. There's so many nuances. Yeah. And like every single Republican that I know and also every single Democrat, they're never 100% identifying with that party. It's always like, oh yeah, well, I'm mostly this, but I feel this on this way.
Like, I'm Republican, but I'm socially liberal, for example.
Yes, a lot of people say that.
Yeah.
A lot of people. And it's like, I feel that almost these labels are a way of like controlling people in a way, because people are so busy fighting over the labels, over you're Jewish, you're Muslim, you're Democrat, you're Republican, you're this, you're that, you're white, you're black, you're female, male, whatever it is. They're so busy fighting all over the label that they forget that we're all humans, that we all come from the same place, that we're all Americans, at least here in America, that we're all Americans. We all want what's best for our country. And I think it's like so distracting when we're constantly fighting over these things that are just like, in my eyes, not important.
Yeah, it's a big problem. And I think social media has had a lot to do with that. Like, we're in such a polarizing time in general. And like, I'm sure on TikTok, the amount of hate, I think, is
TikTok is nicer than
really,
Instagram.
I'm shocked to hear you say that.
For me.
TikTok is typically worse.
Really?
Yeah.
Everyone's so nice on TikTok to me.
Well, I guess it really depends.
Yeah.
On like the person, your persona online. But yeah, typically, at least for the Jews, I've heard TikTok is way worse. And at this point, it's like, even myself, when I post certain things, I'm just like immune to it now, which is so sad.
It's
to
so
say
sad.
that. It's like, I expect a certain level of anti-Semitism now.
I mean, you know what's crazy is we're just like little girlies trying to make the world a better place.
Yeah, like, all I'm here doing is interviewing people like you who are cool Jewish girls doing cool shit, bringing positivity into the world, and making an impact. Yeah. That's the point of like what I'm trying to build, and it can be taken in such a negative context just by being like, she's a Jew.
And same with me in Miami Beach. Like, I'm literally just running because I want our city to be as good of a place as possible for residents, visitors, everyone.
Yeah.
Employees, anyone that spends time in Miami Beach. I want them to have the best experience possible, and I want us to be as smart as we can. And the amount of like rage sometimes that people like project
It's sad.
onto my posts, and then people complain too. They're like, we wish that we had more positivity in politics. And it's like, okay, well then when someone comes around expressing positivity, why do you just take a massive shit on them?
Yeah, like, why don't you support those people?
Yeah, like,
Right.
support them. Like, you don't have to agree with every single thing to acknowledge like that this person has good intentions and that they're trying to do better.
Good for the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know, I totally agree with you. On that note, too, like, I mean, I'm sure you've developed a thick skin now. Did you expect, I mean, I guess you said you really didn't expect to see that level of hate online, but do you feel like you've developed a thick skin because of it?
I think I had a thick skin before this, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I've dealt with a lot of, like, randomly bullying in high school, and then just other random, like, I just know how people are.
Yeah.
And
So
I
we're
wish that
ready
we
for
could
it.
just be a little bit more kind to each other.
Yeah. It should be as simple as that, right?
Yeah.
It's not. For some reason, it's not in today's day and age.
I
But
know.
so what can we do, Ava, to get more people our age to register, to vote? Tell me more about what's to come. November 4th is Election Day, right?
Yes.
Okay.
November 4th is Election Day. Early voting is currently happening at City Hall and North Shore Library. I would love for people to go vote. All you need to do is just bring your ID. It's like the easiest thing. You could be in and out in 10 minutes. It's like the easiest thing. I would love if you're Jewish. I'm like addressing the camera now. If you're Jewish and you're watching this podcast, and you have a friend in Miami Beach or a cousin with a friend, please reach out to them and tell them about me, because I'm the only candidate running that's Jewish, that was born and raised in Miami Beach, bat mitzvahed in Miami Beach. I'm the only one that had a grandmother that survived the Holocaust that was telling me the stories of literally how she escaped the Nazis. I'm the only one who was doing Shabbat every single Friday growing up. And I feel like we really would benefit from having someone like me representing us in our city, at least just one voice there. But yeah, I feel like some people don't know that there's a Jew running, and I would love for people to share that.
Yeah, more people need to know and support each other. I think that's what we do best. And what we can do is uplift each other and support each other, and that's what makes being Jewish so special. So
I know.
I'm really happy you were able to come on in the midst of running your campaign. This really means a lot to me that you are here tonight, Ava. Thank you so much. Excited to see your name on the ballot when I go vote. And
but you can't vote in Miami
I can't
Beach.
vote in Miami Beach.
But if you go to my last video on my Instagram, which is at Ava Frankel, you could see my ballot because I printed out the sample ballot and I filled it in on my video.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll see it, if not in real life, on your IG. Because I won't be voting Miami Beach. But Miami Beach voters, get out there and vote for Ava if you're Jewish in Miami.
Tell your friends. We can only do it with word of mouth. I don't have hundreds of thousands of dollars, so we just really need to be vocal right now.
100%.
And get some positivity in our city.
Yes, bring Miami back. Thank you, Ava.
Thank you, Kayla.